accountability organizer? Well, not like before. Before, it was something like I would be going to your house and we would be working on things to organize and work around spaces. Well, not with the coronavirus, that's just not the case. And that's what I want to do is talk about that today. Hi, I'm Lisa Hoerler from Lisa Organizes. Thank you so much for coming to my Facebook Live. And if you would, please put a comment down below. Tell me your name and where you're calling from. I am recording on my phone right now. And looking at my computer, and I haven't done this, so I'm just going to see if I can keep up. But if you are here, please put your name there so I know that you're here, and I will get back to any questions that you have as we move along, okay? So I want to share things that are happening right now, some options that I think that we can do together, and talk about number one pet peeves. Okay, so I think that how great it is that we have this Facebook Live, that we can not Facebook Live, but that we have Facebook and we have Zoom and we have these things that we can do together. I don't know about you, but like I get up and I look forward to seeing who's on. I know with my church we have devotions every day. We have services every weekend. I have a wonderful business strategist that I've been working with, that we have this great group that we meet every day, and she keeps us online on target and just gives us motivation to keep going and do good for each other, you know. And so that's what I'd like to talk about here, is that Facebook allows us to do a lot of things, and we can talk about what we can do together online if you're interested. So again, in the comment, please put that that you're interested, or any questions that you get, and I'm going to see if I can figure that out as we go along. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my number one pet peeve, and what I'd like to know is your number one pet peeve, and with regard to organizing, like it absolutely is like my number one thing that I have to do. But I'm going to share a funny story as we move along though. So my mom, I used to go to my mom's house twice a year to help her organize her refrigerator. This is my biggest pet peeve. The refrigerator just has so much stuff in it that just seems to get lost and never gets thrown out, and obviously that can be in there forever, because when I would go to my mom's, she would have dressings in there that would be like 3 years or older, and you know, my sisters and I would go, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you would keep it like that, Mom. And the funny thing is, with her age, because it's not just her, I care for another older couple too, and they just think that it's okay to have things that are expired in the refrigerator because we'll just use it later. So I want to tell you, if I'm organizing for you, I will be throwing out, you know, anything expired, because that's just what you do to keep that's the number one thing, first thing that you do to keep a refrigerator organized. So I have 5 ways to keep your refrigerator organized. Okay, number 1 is categorizing. Okay, when you categorize the refrigerator, you can like how I categorize it, you can put labels on it if you want. I don't usually put labels in it, but there's two. The number 1 and number 2 go together, because when you put them in the same place, things tend to stay, you know what you're missing. Okay, so for example, my first shelf in my refrigerator has bread, cookies, all kinds of little items, my butter and yogurt. Okay, that's my top shelf. In the middle, I have all my bottles, let's say all my dressings, the pickles that stay pickles together, the hot sauces, that's all grouped in one area, all the same type thing. And then all my leftovers are in the middle, or anything, you know, new that I bought. And on my bottom shelf, I'll have the fruits, the vegetables, and the eggs. Now, my third my third tip is keeping things in the same place, okay? If you keep them in the same place, you can see right away where they are. But then also what I do, I think my number one pet peeve is when people just throw leftovers in the refrigerator that's still in the boxes or the bags or whatever, and you can't see it. So I take glass containers and I put all my food in glass containers, because it's no different than doing like a storage room where you can see what's in the containers, and you can weed them out. Or what's funny in my house is that nobody wants to clean them, and so you have a little bit of stuff that's left in those containers, so that it can be cleaned out. But I'll take them and I'll change the containers into smaller ones, because as the food comes in and the food goes out, it stays more organized that way. But my fourth rule, I would say, of my refrigerator is that is presentation. I mean, presentation is no different in a restaurant as it is in the refrigerator, right? Because it seems like everyone is going into the refrigerator, and if it doesn't look good, it stays there. So I end up saving a lot of money by having the food not only in the glass containers, but as I move it, I'll fluff the food or make it look good, and then I'm not wasting money because everybody is wanting to eat the food, So I'm just checking. I don't know how to get on my live presentation here so that I can find if anybody is here. But if you are, one thing I love about, oh yeah, I do. So I just found me on here. So if I don't answer any questions that you might have or what have you, I will do it afterwards, because I'm looking forward to doing this every week. I think all of us with the new technology that we have, trying to keep up with it all is just crazy. But like I said, I love that you have even entertainers coming online and doing things that you can actually get to know them. And that's the number one thing to me, is that we're creating such great relationships being online. So something that I know that we can do here is we can come up with ideas of what maybe you'd want to go over each week and share it. I think that the best thing I like about this is when you are on here and you make comments, or we follow along, we create a group. We could do all of those, or you can add Zoom itself. And when you do that, it's very interesting. And my last tip for the refrigerator would be, do it once a week. Okay, you have to keep doing these things in order to keep them organized. And with that, I would, I can see everything that's in there. I know that I have my drinks on one side and I have things on the other, and I just know that when I am going, I'm gonna be able to get everything that I need. I'm just looking to see. I don't see anybody that's joining me today, but you know what? I hope that you will. I would like to know, I'm going to come back on Thursday. I'm going to have other tips on what we can do together and have great ideas. And I so appreciate you watching me. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye now.